भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवतसेवया।
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
श्रीमद्भागवतम कैंटो
Not to disturb again.
वेदेषु गुह्येषु च गुह्यवादिभिः
वेदेषु गुह्येषु च गुह्यवादिभिः
य एकैषो जगदात्मलीलया
एकेशो
जगत् आत्मया
सृजति अवति
सृजति अवति अति न तत्र सजते।
सखी अनुगीत सत्कथो
सवा अयं
सखी अनुगीत सत्कथो
वेदेषु गुह्येषु च गुह्यवादिभिः
वेदेषु गुह्येषु च
गुह्यवादिभिः
य एकैषो जगदात्मलीलया
ईशो जगत् आत्मलीलया
सृजति अवति अति न तत्र सज्जते।
तत्र सज्जते।
I am not audible. Voice is not clear.
Hear me? Hari bol.
Haribol, sir.
Bowl.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I
Can
can
you
hear
see
you.
the screen also?
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Okay. Savayam Saki Anukitato.
Saki Anukita Satkatho.
Vedeshu Guhyeshu Chaguhyavadi.
Vedeshe Gugyesu
Yeshu Chakuya Vadivi.
Ekaisho Jadatmalilaya.
Thirdly,
Ya
not so.
Eke Isha Jagat Atma Leelaya.
Jati Ati Ati Natatra Sajjate.
Jati Avati Atina Tatra Sarjate.
Translation purport by Stephen Grace Ave Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai. Come.
Synonyms. Sa, he,
Sa He.
I, also,
Why also?
I am this.
I am this.
Sati, oh my friend.
Saki, oh my friend.
Anugita described
Anugita described
Ice breaking.
Satkha, excellent pastimes.
Satkatha, the excellent pastimes.
Vedeshu, in the Vedic literatures.
Vedeshu in the Vedic literatures.
Yeshu, confidentially.
Guheshu confidentially.
Ta, as also.
Cha as also.
Guhyavadi be by confidential devotees.
Guhyavadi by the confidential devotees.
The one who.
The one, yeah, one who.
Eka one day.
Eka one only.
Isha, the supreme controller.
Isha, the supreme controller.
Jagat of the complete creation.
Jagat of the complete creation.
Atma, super soul.
Atma, super soul.
Leela, by manifestation of pastimes.
By manifestation.
Leela by manifestation of pastimes.
Srijati, creates.
Srijati creates.
Avati, Ati, also maintains and annihilates.
Avati Ati also maintains and annihilates. What happened?
Never.
Na, never.
Tatra, there.
Tatra, there.
Sajjate becomes attached to it.
Sajjati becomes attached to it.
Translation, please repeat after me. Oh dear friend,
Oh dear friends,
here is that very personality of Godhead
here is that very personality of Godhead
whose attractive and confidential pastimes are described
whose attractive and confidential pastimes are described
in confidential parts of Vedic literature by its great devotees.
in the confidential parts of Vedic literatures by his great devotees.
It is he only who creates, maintains, and annihilates the material world and yet remains unaffected.
It is he only who creates, maintains, and annihilates the material world and yet remains unaffected. Purport. Purport. As it is stated in Bhagavad Gita, all the Vedic literatures are glorifying the greatness of Lord Sri Krishna. Here it is confirmed in the Bhagavatam also. The Vedas are expanded by many branches and sub-branches by great devotees and empowered incarnations of the Lord like Vyasa, Narada, Sukadeva Goswami, the Kumaras, Kapila, Prahlada, Janaka, Bali, and Yamraja. But in the Srimad Bhagavatam especially, the confidential parts of his activities are described by the confidential devotee Sukadeva Goswami. In the Vedanta Sutras or Upanishads, there is only a hint of the confidential parts of his pastimes. In such Vedic literatures as the Upanishads, the Lord has expressively been distinguished from the mundane conception of his existence, his identity being fully spiritual, his form, name, quality, and paraphernalia, etc., have been elaborately distinguished from matter, and therefore he is sometimes misunderstood by less intelligent person as impersonal. But factually, he is the supreme person, Bhagwan, and he is partially represented as Paramatma or impersonal Brahman.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Jnanati Vinandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chaturunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapaka Swami Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradhaine Gaurakata Nagara Grama Tarine Nama Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavade Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Gopala Govindara Srimad Sudhanam Kandara Divachalam Pangun Langai Tegiri Vetkirpatamam Mande Sri Gurun Dinatarinam Paramanandam Atvam Sri Chaitanya Meshwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So this is another very beautiful verse. The ladies are describing Krishna. It is not an ordinary event because in those time, ladies, they don't know Vedic knowledge. They don't access to the Vedas, but pure devotees, ladies or gentlemen, they know the Tattva Darshina, the truth of Krishna, absolute truth. They know Krishna in Tattva, in truth. So, see, the ladies, they were able to recognize who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. It is He only, and whose pastimes, where it is available, they know. So, Prabhupada is saying that Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita are the literature, confidential literatures, which provides the science of Krishna. And anyone who knows the science of Krishna is eligible spiritual master to initiate disciples all over the world. From this, we can find that these ladies of Hastinapura, they were so much eligible that they can be spiritual master because there's no science of Krishna. And they are very clearly mentioning that this is that personality who creates, maintains, and annihilates and still stay aloof from them, not affected by those activities, and is confidential. pastimes are revealed in the confidential portion of the confidential literature by his great devotees. So, which means that the truth is well known to these ladies. They are not ordinary. And it is also confirmed here that Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are those confidential literature which has the confidential pastime revealed. Because Vedas have been divided into 4 branches and then many sub-branches and many sub-branches. In this way, it has gone through disciplic succession from Vyasadeva into unlimited sections and sub-branches. And the great devotees, they are nobody but empowered incarnation, Sakti Avesha Avatar. Vyasadeva, Narad Muni, Sukadeva Goswami, 4 Kumaras, Kapila Muni, Prahlad, Janaka, Bali, Yavara, they are called Mahajanas. They are empowered incarnation. They are the Sakti Avesha avatars. In Srimad Bhagavatam especially, you can see the most confidential part of Lord's activities are described. And who is that most confidential devotee who has revealed the secret in the Srimad Bhagavatam is Srila Sukadeva Goswami, who is the spiritual master of So this is very, very confidential. That is only revealed in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And so they are distinguished. Other Upanishad and other these things are, distinguished from the mundane conception of his existence. Now, the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tattvataha. So he says that my appearance and my activities are transcendental. They are nothing material. If anybody understands this, they don't have another birth because they also become transcendental fully. So this is even the words by Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita. These are all the confidential knowledge about Krishna. So there is no question of mundane conception of his existence. He is being fully spiritual. His identity is spiritual. His form is spiritual. His name is spiritual. His quality is spiritual. His paraphernalias are also spiritual. And they are all completely different from matter, and it has been distinguished from matter in all the revealed confidential scriptures by the confidential devotees. So sometimes he is misunderstood by less intelligent person, Namam Dushkruti no Muda. So they consider him, just because he appears in the human form, they think he is human being. Human being is one of the 8,400,000 species of material species body. Nobody is actually human being as a soul, spirit soul. So the personality is different from the form that is created by the matter. So Krishna and the spiritual masters, they all appear in the human form to teach the fools like us who thinks I am human being, who thinks that I am this body of human. So in order to teach them, they take our form and then they teach us by example so that we also come out of the misconception of being a human being. So this is very, very important. And he is partially represented as Paramatma or impersonal Brahman, also Bhagavan, in what you call Yadanti Tat Tattva Vitas Tattvam Yajnanam Adhyayam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan Iti Sabdyate. So he is known by the transcendentalist that as Paramatma or as impersonal Brahman or as Bhagavan. So these are all the 3 ways of understanding Krishna by 3 different levels of progressing transcendentalists. But a devotee knows Krishna as Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as a person, as the Supreme Person. So they know very well. There is no question of misunderstanding for them. Only less intelligent person might think of him as ordinary human being, or if they're intelligent enough a little bit, then they can think of him in the impersonal level. And the yogis can think of him as Paramatma. But the devotee knows that he is the source of both the impersonal as well as Paramatma feature. And the Lord, as such, is neither impersonal nor Paramatma. They are all partial representation of him. The full Lord is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as we saw that Bhishma was explaining. Eternal authority. And here are the ladies who are also explaining more or less the same matter what Bhishma has explained. So this is the beauty of the pure devotees who knows Krishna in truth, and they are considered Mahajana. Now, since today there was very problematic in internet, I'm very sorry, my apologies that we started the class very late, so I will wind up here. Anybody has any questions, comments, or realization, please do share with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So today is also Dwadasi Parna, you have to break. Thank you very much for the association, and we will join again tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock, congregationally chanting the holy name of the Lord, followed by Srimad Bhagavatam class at 7. Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Pawan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Pawan Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Bhagavat Satsang ki jai.
Jai.
Panchakalpatarubhyascha
Panchakalpatarubhyascha कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः.
Namah Nitai Gaur Premanande.
हरि हरि
Hari 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 Hari
बोल.
Hari Bol.